Hello and welcome to Atlantic Analytical Laboratory. I am here to demonstrate the redesigned batch sampler. This batch sampler was redesigned to effectively transfer a gaseous sample to a 1 liter stainless steel cylinder. As you can see, the sampler looks the same, except the top side valve is split into two directions. The upward direction goes to a 1 liter cylinder, while the downward direction leads to a new cryogenic valve that will lead to a vent out the left-hand side. The theory is to sample the liquid nitrogen in the batch sampler and then, without allowing air contamination into the sampler and the sample lines, transfill the 1 liter cylinder with about 900 psi of gas. The cylinder is attached by an NPT and VCR union. This union must use a gasket on the VCR side. Atlantic Analytical can supply you with these gaskets or any other pieces required. Let's begin. First, we will be attaching the cylinder to the top of the case. The cylinder is attached by an NPT and VCR union. To create the seal using a VCR fitting, you must use a gasket that looks similar to this. Atlantic Analytical will supply you with these gaskets as well as any replacements down the road. To start, you open the source valve, then you open the top valve on the batch sampler, quickly opening the side valve, the green valve. At this point you will hear gas coming out of the side ports, and then you come up to the cylinder, you open the bottom valve, and then the top valve, and you should hear gas coming out of the top of the cylinder and the side of the batch sampler. Done. At this point, we have begun to find some frost on the cylinder valves and fittings. This is an indication that we have effectively purged the cylinder with enough gas. Also, in order to preserve the integrity of the valve, we are going to stop the purge. Start by closing the top valve slowly and hang tight. Then close the bottom valve. You can see the liquid pouring out of the bottom side port. This means that the batch sampler is filled with liquid. First, close the green cryogenic valve, then close the top valve. Lastly, close the valve from the source. To do so, you need a cryogenic glove. Next, we are going to drain the liquid from the sampler in order to not overpressurize and rupture the discs. First, we need to burp the green-handled cylinder or valve in order to release any liquid that could be trapped in the sampling line. Next, we're going to open the bottom valve and release the liquid from the batch sampler. As you can see, liquid is pouring out of the deflector tube. Once it comes to a sputter, we will stop and close the valve. At this point, you have collected your liquid sample. As you can tell, the batch sampler has built approximately 1,200 pounds of pressure. So we're at this point going to transfill the gas that's in the batch sampler into the 1 liter cylinder. It's very simple. You use a cryogenic glove and you open the side valve on the batch sampler. The green valve must remain closed, otherwise you will have gas coming out the bottom side. Then you just open the bottom valve of the cylinder. You can hear it fill. you will hear equilibrate, and the pressure that it will equilibrate is around 800 pounds, or 1/3 of the starting pressure is filled into the batch from the batch sampler into the 1-liter cylinder. After transfilling the gas from the batch sampler to the 1-liter, we are going to disconnect it and prepare it for shipping. Simply hold the cylinder, turn the VCR nut, and disconnect.